Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are at. We are back in the early evening with another episode 217 of The Real Wrestling Show. That way, or that way.
Dash blog.
And we are The Real Wrestling Show, talking about what we believe to be The Real Wrestling Show, which is AEW.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children above the ages of 15, we proudly bring to you the greatest best friend tag team blogging champions in the world. We got
The Ball Bastard Bigsy was suffering terrible with cluster headache right now. And we've also got
Tominal Dozy, a.k.a. the Tominal Win, a.k.a. Top Shot Tom. You know where we're at. Talking about Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision, and any other extra million hours of wrestling they want to put on. We'll talk about that too.
Yeah, there could be some wrestling rumors at the end. Who knows? Do you know those?
I do know there's plenty.
There's Dozy knows everything, see. Wrestling G. But yeah, I'm going to kick it off with Dynamite, talking about episode 200, which is a pretty decent show, in my opinion. Yeah. Old tunnel setup as well for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than the new one where they got the two sheets on the side where they walk from behind them. Yeah, the tunnels, the tubes, pretty good. Show started off with Jericho Takeshita versus Sammy G and Daniel Garcia, which has got that bit of a storyline between Jericho Appreciation Society and Don Callis' Bastards. So yeah, good storytelling in this as well. Early on, it was Sammy G and Jericho chops back and forth. Sammy gets better of him and does the pose with Daniel Garcia. Jericho chops Daniel Garcia, but he kind of boys it off and he starts doing his dancing thing, which is cool as fuck, man. Makes me pop every single time. Takeshita hits a stiff elbow. Don grabs a leg. Splashback off the corner by Takeshita was pretty good. Abdominal stretch using Jericho. Lion salt blocked by Daniel Garcia, getting the knees up. Sammy G goes for his dives. One either side. Nice setup on that, I thought, the way he did it. I know it was coming, but it was like the speed on it was pretty good, you know?
It wasn't like, oh yeah, that's choreographed.
Yeah. Like, it felt a bit more worked out. Like, Sammy G does do that pretty well. Like. Frog Splash gets a 2 count by Sammy G, Blue Thunder, and then the Walls of Jericho, or the Walls of Takeshita, which is just technically the Walls of Jericho. Codebreaker gets 2 count for Jericho. What's that?
Done properly, though, fair play.
It was done properly, yeah. Codebreaker by Jericho gets 2 counts. Shooting Star to the outside by Sammy G. Elbows Takeshita right in the nose. Have a bit of that. Judas blocked by Daniel Garcia. Dragon Slayer by Danny G. Same person, Daniel Garcia. Don hits him with the bat. Jericho pauses and he's like, fuck! And then he pins Daniel Garcia for the win.
But it's brilliant storytelling.
Yeah, it's great. Really good. Like, Jericho Takeshita win. I won with Sammy G man of the match.
I won with Takeshita.
And Jericho's got a black eye. So somebody's elbow, knee, move, whatever, went a little bit awry in that match. But yeah, great match. I give it 4 moments.
4 moments, eh? I gave it a hat trick.
5 or 3.
Or 3.
Yeah, it was going to be 5 or 3. Then we had a promo, Tony Robot Khan talking all in, and I look back at the wrestlers and the staff, and as we've watched every episode of AEW, some pretty sick moments.
Yeah.
In that promo. Nice to see the fact that they haven't like taken some people off because they don't work there anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That is petty as fuck, let's be fair.
Well, I think that's coming away from All in General wrestling now, isn't it? It's like we have had Impact. Like, they had Mickey James in the Royal Rumble with the Impact belt.
Yeah.
They recently mentioned AEW twice from the Cody Rhodes documentary, which we'll talk about that later. She probably read something about that. Anyway.
No, I haven't read anything about it. Thanks for spoiling. Next up, we had a promo. Renee backstage. Jericho confronted by Fathead. It's a mandatory meeting. Be there. Got it? It's good, man. I like his attitude towards Jericho. Like,
yeah,
being the bullshit one, like, you know.
Well, the thing is, people like making out they're very green. They got to remember they were in NXT making a bit of a scene as well. Like, I mean, they're not completely green.
No, but in all fairness, out of 2.0, Fathead is the one that is the one.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is not the one. Next up, we have Tony in a ring promo with Jungle Perry. Jenny Lynn says that he can't fight because he's got pins and plates in his neck. RVD can, though. Says, if I come down there and fought you, it'd be child abuse. ECW Van Damme music plays. Jungle Perry tries to attack with a chair. RVD sees it, does his kick. Jungle Boy runs into the crowd and puts a kid in front of him as a human shield.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether he'll get told off or what, like, do you mean? Promo video, we had Shida, Tony, hype build for the title match. Then we had an Anywhere Goes match. Anything goes match, not anywhere. Anything goes. Between Trent Penner and John Moxley. Incredible match.
Yeah. As it would be with the people there, they're all class.
Didn't understand why, though. Why the match was. I know there was the whole tag match and whatever, yeah. Why was it just random? Oh, we'll just pick one of you guys and just put you in an Anywhere Falls match. It was just random. It was just no need for it. And then Chuck coming out after giving it like, oh, that didn't solve anything. Well, no, it was never going to solve anything. You know what I mean? We're getting into it anyway. Trent dive, Penta dive, bins then come into play. Cutter by Mox, barbed wire on the 2x4 comes into play. Backstabber by Penta. Trent running knee with the bin to stop, I think it's Penta from doing something to Mox. Barb's back to Trent, and then by Mox, pile driver on the barb by Mox, backdrop onto the barb by Trent bleeding from his face and his head. Mox barb to Penta on the corner, and then a superplex through the tables by Trent to Mox. That was cool, like that. And the way they kind of stalled it, like where, yeah, we're conscious and all, we're not laying here with our eyes closed, like we're fully awake, like we're just fucking hurting, like, do you know what I mean? Just hurts, like, so we're just laying here for a couple of minutes because we're in pain. I like that, actually. Then we had a bin thrown at Mox by Trent, destroyer through the table off the corner to Trent by Penta. That was sick. Slammed his head on the table. Mox shoulder block to Penta through the table. Mox then gets a thumbtacks, pile driver on the tax, gets 2 count, throwaway suplex on the tax to Penta. Mox cut to Trent on the tax, basically jumping on the tax himself in that one. Strong zero into the tax, gets 2 count by Trent. Dodgy paradigm shift to Penta. Kind of, rather than goes up like that, he kind of goes over on the side and slams down. Bit weird. Trent running knee to Mox and then pins Penta after Mox has obviously just done his finisher to it. So, winner of the match is Trent, and I was very happy with that and very surprised at the same time. And I went with Mox man of the match.
Penta man of the match.
Just going against the grain. I mean, numbers Jeff does.
79 million.
No, it was only 12. You had it wrong. But yeah, reasonably high number, I suppose. But what it was, there was no like. I know there was stuff involved in a match, but it wasn't necessarily like a match that was set with like tables or ladders or like that in the stipulation or cage or anything like that. You know, it's just
they made use of the stipulation well. They made use of the stipulation well.
Yeah. So, man of the match, Mox. After the match, Mox chokes Trent. BCC come out. Orange and Chuck attack in the crowd. Trent off the top to the outside after having a wicked match. Chuck says, parking lot brawl next week on Rampage because this didn't solve nothing. And like I said in the beginning, it didn't solve anything because it was a pointless match.
Before you carry on, we kind of brushed over like RVD's appearance. What's your thoughts on that? No?
Yeah, I'm happy. Happy for a short period. Not for a long term.
Oh, no. I think he should be. I would like him to be on the roster, but I would like him to be that special appearance person.
Nah, I don't even want that. I want just a short story, like just a month.
For anyone who thinks that he's not going to be because he's scheduled for autograph signings for next year's WrestleMania. So,
yeah, that can always change, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Next up, talking about RVD, we have the promo backstage. Rene RVD, he's here because Jungle Boy run his mouth, and he challenges Jungle Perry for the FTW title.
Yeah.
And then we had a long ass fucking like a whole match worth of a promo, which is MJF talks about his disorders: ADD, RSD, RVIP, VIP, DDT. Says he was bullied, abused, cheated on, quarters thrown at me. I am a scumbag. It's easy to make you hate me. I'm ready to be your scumbag, which is pretty cool. Calls out Adam Cole. Says about the title shot, you don't deserve it. You deserve the match. Assembly all in. AE Wembley. AE Wembley. All in. Adam Cole signs a contract. Everybody's screaming, read the contract. Backstage, Rock Strong going nuts. Kingdom says Adam Cole forgets about his real friends, as always.
Yeah.
But he did actually play that part well, Roderick Strong, until he just kind of stood there in front of the camera and then went,
with his rampage face. Like he was part of the blog doing his rampage.
yeah, he's not a good actor, though. He's not a good promo guy at all.
But so we've got our first match announced by MJF, not CM Punk. Promised it a week ago.
Yeah, we don't care about CM Punk, though, because he's crap.
No, we don't.
You know, he's overrated, underskilled, under like health. You know,
Anyway,
he's
let's
crap.
move on.
He's just got a back on him. That's it. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah.
That we had CM Punk bashing. Yeah, CM Punk's a prick. No, we had the Elite versus Double J, Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satnam. Because I forgot what Double J meant, so I had to say it out loud so I could remember Jay Lethal's name. Yeah, it's a good match this run.
I gotta be fair, mate. Any match with Jeff Jarrett in since he's been in AEW been pretty good.
Yeah, might be the other people that's in the match though, mate.
Yeah, that too. But
you know, as in Jay Lethal, you know, and the Elite. But getting into it, Matt wants Satnav early on, but when he makes a tag, he tries to tag out, and Omega and Nick run off. Double crossed body by Satnav, that was pretty cool. Body slam by Satnav, that was pretty cool. Something chokes Nick. Karen on the outside, Kurt Angle's ex-wife. Omega going for the moonsault. Satnav stops him. The Bucks put him off the apron, and then when he goes for the moonsault, Jay Lethal puts his knees up. Super kick party, V-trigger to Satnav. Karen causes a distraction. Sanjay hits Omega. Lethal combo to Omega. Cold spray to Karen by Brandon on the apron. Hardy Boys come out. Hangman hits a buckshot lariat. V-trigger. One-winged angel for the finish of the match. Omega man of the match. 3 moments.
agreed on all.
After the match, Hangman says Elite signed a new contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah.
They announced it in the news last week, and you were like, "Oh, that must be good."
That's what he said on the show. Well, we got
I
then.
made the announcement. No one else, just me, by the way. I made the announcement last week. Like I know something.
Did you make it?
Yeah.
Sign anyway. Next up, promo Swerve AR Fox. Why didn't you call me? Talking to Darby when you got signed. And then there's a video of Nick Wayne's home ring. They basically go in there, batter the fuck out of him, make Nick Wayne bleed by hitting him with a picture frame, and then they call Darby. And yeah, that's what happened there. It's pretty cool. Nice little promo.
Decent little promo. We led like a pig, fair play.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? I think he overcut a little bit. But one other thing I would say, the noise on that ring because of the environment was horrendous.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 slam, slam. It was just too much, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You could tell it's a proper indie ring.
Yeah, he was just in a band, mate.
Yeah.
You literally tell that. It's not even an indie ring, mate. They wouldn't have had shows there. It was just a training ring. You couldn't even jump off ropes, like. Next up, we had Aussie Boring Open versus Vikings, the Vikingo and Commander. Aussie Open have no personality whatsoever. Good wrestlers.
Yeah.
6 spinning tornado by Vikingo, where he jumps up into the hurricane and does like 15 million spins and then completes a move that looked wicked. Double team by Aussie Open, gets 2 counts because they are awesome. I remembered everything they did. Diving leg drop by Vikingo. Dual dives, both caught by Aussie Open, and then they squash their opponents on each other's backs. Delay swap suplex. Gets 2 count by Aussie Open. Missile drop kick by Vikingo was nice. Dark Order double team by Aussie Open, where they hold him up. The one holds him up above his head, and then the other one kind of swings his legs around to slam him down.
Yeah.
Dark Order do that as a trio move. Canadian off the top to Kyle Fletcher, and then a crucifix bomb to Davis. Double tightrope boombox to the outside. What?
Crucifix. I like it.
Crucifix. Double 450. Didn't look too good, but it should have looked a lot better. Gets 2 count, and then the Coriolis for the finish of the match, which is, gotta be fair, one of the best double team moves around at the moment.
Yeah.
Aussie Boring Open win. I went with Vikingo man of the match.
Yeah, Vikingo was sick.
Yeah, he was incredible. 6 moments. And it was for the ROH Tag Team Championships.
Yep, I agree. 6 moments. Brilliant match. Vikingo, I love it, man. Fair play.
He was excellent in this match. Really fucking good.
He's really impressive every time he's on, mate. He's like, he reminds me of like when Rey Mysterio burst onto the scene. He's got that like, where every time I see him, he does there's only one thing, but something new, and I'm like, that was fucking incredible.
He's fast as well. His movements are fast. Not like that he's fast, but he can like move his body quick. Do you know what I mean?
He doesn't like take too long when he's like running the ropes and stuff. Like sometimes Commander is guilty of like walking too slow, or like it's unbelievable sometimes. Like, I mean, you know, the other person's waiting for him to fucking do a backflip onto the top rope and then run across it, but he's not actually running. He's not doing a Jeff Hardy across the top rope. Like, he's like,
yeah, Vikingo as well. Where he's so like small, you would imagine like it's like he probably says to people, if you're not fucking ready, mate, you're taking the bump. I mean, I'm tiny. Like I'm gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to take anything away from Vikingo, because having him running at the speed that he does and jumping all over you, like, probably gonna hurt a bit. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, Aussie Open versus Vikingo Commando was a pretty good match. Vikingo man of the match, 6 moments. Moving on, promo, Punk title, blah blah blah. Ricky Punk hype for their match. Then we had the main event of Dynamite, which was for the AEW Women's title. Very happy about this match. It was a good match for what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Sheeta just punches the shit out of Tony early on in the match. Doesn't really do any moves. She just kind of pounds it in the face. Running knee on the outside, on the apron by Sheeta. Tony into the guardrail. Ass attack. Outcast beats Sheeta down after she gets knocked off the apron. German by Sheeta. And then 10 punches plus a couple more, just for the fuck of it. Because she's all out for Tony Storm's face. Meteora by Sheeta gets 2 counts. Ruby causes a distraction. DDT off the corner by Tony. Looked pretty good. Ass attack gets 2 count in the corner. Falconado gets 2 count by Sheeta. Saraya throws a kendo stick in the ring. Tony's on her knees. Like, go on in. Do it. You'll get disqualified. Sheeta takes out the outcasts. Ray and Sheeta's eyes. Storm 0. 1, 2. She kicks the fuck out. And then pretty much a roll up for the finish. Not long after that. Sheeta wins. Sheeta new champ. Sheeta's always been the champ in my eyes because she's sick. Tony Storm, not the man of the match in this match. Sheeta was. Because Sheeta's a new champ.
Women's champion.
Yes, AEW's Women's champion. And 3 moments.
Yeah, 3 moments. Agreed.
Of course it was. I thought you might have had 4.
You're going to be like, yeah, you made that up.
You have made it up.
So? That's not the point.
It is the point. But all I've got to say is, that's all I've got for Dynamite. That's all I've got for the blog. I do apologize.
Yeah, that's so though.
I will talk along with the Rampage and the Collision note, so because I am a noisy bastard. But maybe not as much because I got a bit of an ending.
Got Rampage. And starting off, we had the Hardys and Keith Lee versus Kip Butcher and Blade. Half Nelson backbreaker by Butcher. Sick. Big power slam by Lee after a nice Inzaguri by Kip. A nut choke slam by Lee. Oh yeah, where he grabs him by the nuts and lifts him up for like the choke slam sort of thing.
Yeah.
Swanton by Jeff. Hardy's and Lee win. I went with Kip, man of the match.
Yeah.
Win.
6.
You made that up, bro.
Oh, you gonna fucking do this every time, bro?
Next up, we had a Kingdom Adam Cole promo about their ROH history. I thought that was quite nice because obviously people are, including myself, and who were up on ROH's history. It was nice to see a little bit of what they're going with now as a storyline. It's nice to see the base of it.
Yeah. I'm building up to the whole Roderick Strong joining the Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. Because Roderick Strong was in Ring of Honor as well. So.
Yeah. And he's going to join the Kingdom.
He's got to do something, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Can't act, and he can't be having a friend because Brett's there. So
his acting's not getting him anywhere.
No, exactly. Next up, we had the Bucks saying they're back in they've done the 6-man tag team division. Now it's time for them to get back in the tag team division. And how do you say, what? You want to get back in the chat? You want to get back in the tag team division? Go against us, the Dynamite, then, bro. Boom. So nice little match book for Dynamite there.
Yeah.
Then we had hype for All In. Ha ha ha. I like that earlier, that message I sent you, innit?
Yeah, checkmate. And I had a little research as well, and it made me smile. Fuck you, Vince.
It's been happening for weeks. I've been meaning to say, but I just kept forgetting. But it's been happening since, like, right at the end of July.
Yeah. That was very cool.
Next up, we had Anna Jay versus Sky Blue. Dangerous kick sends Blue to the floor. Full hand. This is distracts the ref. Then blockade, allowing Anna to hit the Queen Slayer as he was distracting Blue.
Yeah.
Anna wins. I went with Blue man of the match.
Man of the match. It's a shame that she tapped out immediately.
Yeah.
She should have like held it for a little bit and then tapped out.
Yeah, or at least try to roll into the pin and then, oh no, I can't do it right. No.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, the immediate tap out it gave Anna Jay, who's not quite, in my opinion, at the level the Sky Blue is.
She isn't the same level, but she's not that, like, even though she's a more veteran, she doesn't seem it. Her name isn't.
Yeah. It's like her looks right. She got to look right and everything like that. But it's like just her run haven't quite been storied enough. And I don't know, there's just not quite enough. Like, don't get me wrong, we all know the story of Anna Jay. We do, like, and we love it. Same as Julia Hart. Same as Sky Blue's going to have hers now in another year's time. I mean, like, but Anna Jay haven't quite got to that, like, presence. Sky Blue's got that. Like, the only thing Sky Blue needs to start doing is be more confident in the ring. Like, when she's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Because she's very, like, you know, she doesn't really know where to look, and she's, like, kind of second guessing herself. She needs to get that out. She needs to get rid of that. Like, then she's
promo goes. Yeah.
But yeah, Anna, for me, the way Anna Jay went across in this match, it was a bit too focal for Anna Jay.
Yeah, I agree. Then we had a promo, which has become quite famous. Very old school rip-off.
How many moments?
0.
Me too. Except for the 2 cheeky moments in it.
Next up, we have Renee Young. No, we didn't. Yes, we did. There's Renee Paquette.
Renee.
No. Renee, either way. Renee getting powerlifted by Statlander while she disses Martinez a promo.
Sick.
Very cool. Very old school. I think it was Macho Man who did it originally.
I don't know. You're looking at me
Like late 80s, maybe. Can't remember. It was that. It was a long time ago, though. But first time, definitely for the women.
the internet went nuts, apparently.
Yeah. I'm not surprised because it was stats and it was Renee.
Yeah.
So
Good.
yeah.
They were justified to do. They were justified to go mental.
Yeah. Next up, we had Tony and the Big Show in the parking lot. Saying Pac is injured. Shit, that was part of my news. No point you saying that now. Pac is injured.
Well, they said Pac was injured anyway.
Did you?
So they did.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's now. It's here. I didn't realise. I wrote it down earlier off the top. I was like, "Whoa, where did I remember that from?"
Yeah.
But even though that's happening, they're still calling out the winner of the main event, which, like Tony was like, "Yeah, even though they're a man down, well, they're not because it's a tag match. They call them out for."
What?
Tony was like, "Oh, even though Death Triangle are a man down, they're still calling out the winners of the main event for a tag match." But
So
they're
what's
not
the
a man
point?
down. Well, because Tony said they're a man down because Pac being injured.
Yeah.
They're not because they're calling out the winners of the tag match, which is only 2 people.
Yeah, it might have been something else scheduled. Though. Could have been like, oh, right, okay, then let's have a trios match.
Yeah, it could have been, but then if that was the case, then the other team would still have 3. And then the 2.
You stop Scott Steiner mathing me, man.
Don't worry about it, it's not that important.
44 and 1/4 and the 1/3 will be Kurt Angle's win for Samoa Joe's 99.644. Bamkins got too many napkins.
Japan for. Fox and Swerve versus Logan Cumming and Tyler Perez. Doesn't really matter who they are because they're only on it for about 4 seconds.
Guy and guy.
Yeah. Fox launches to the outside on opponents. Double team powerbomb by Fox and Swerve. 450 by Fox. Fox and Swerve win. Fox man of the match. 1 moment.
Yeah, I totally agree. They should call him Swervy Fox. Or Foxy Swerve. Swervy Foxer. I think I'd be better.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up, we had a QTV promo. That's all I've written. Can't really remember what happened. Wasn't very good, obviously.
Roll the footage. I know that happened.
Oh, yeah. And it was... what's her name? Harley Cameron.
Yeah, what was she doing? Moving on. Roll the footage, governor.
Next up, we had Bill and Cage promo. Oh, yeah. She just Johnny Nitro.
Johnny last name calling out someone.
Yeah.
I call out anybody on TV. That was it.
Next up, we had Banana Bill and Cage promo.
Banana Bill?
Banana Bill.
You call him Banana Bill?
No, Nana.
Oh. Banana Bill. Ah, yeah, okay. I thought you said Banana Bill. I always just start calling him Banana Bill.
Well, it's still BB. It won't change your notes.
Oh, I know, but I'll make it say it as Banana Bill.
Anyway, then we had the Mark Henry hype for the main event of the evening of Rampage, which was a parking lot brawl between BCC and the Best Friends. Sick match, fair play.
As good as the first one, but a sick match.
Yeah. Trent busted open straight away.
As he does.
Fair play. Powerbomb to Chuck on a car. Claudio backdrop onto a windshield. Suplex through a safety rail by Mox. Claudio shoves Chuck in the boot of a van. Pile driver on the hood by Chuck. Sent on off a car onto a guardrail and Claudio by Trent. Paradigm shift through The Windshield of Roof by Mox. A Dude Buster on the Roof by Trent. Beastie. Death Rider through the windshield. Chuck springboards off a car. Through lights. What? Don't know what that says. Yuta comes out. Sue drops off Orange in a car. Who leaps off onto Mox. DDD to Orange on.
What spot that was.
What's that?
The spot where she was driving up and Orange was on the top and they all stood around waiting for him going,
Yeah, what's he going to do? Like,
yeah. We just stand here and wait for it? Yeah.
DDT to Orange on Sue's bonnet. Then they demand Sue leaves. They grab her out of the car and she runs off. Kind of reminded me of Transvestite, that did.
Was Banana Bill in this match?
No.
Why do I think it was Banana Bill that scared Sue off?
Claudio.
Ah, that'll be why. Another lanky ass motherfucker.
Same haircut and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. One's just a wig, though. One wears a wig and on top of it. Guess which one?
Curb Stomp through the windshield by Mox. BCC win. I went with Chuck Man of the match.
Who? Chuck, yeah. Yeah, Chuck was good in this match. I'll agree. People are losing their shit online. Oh my god, Mox did Seth Rollins' finisher. He did Seth Rollins' finisher. Yeah, he also did like multiple female wrestlers' finisher, mate. I mean, Curb Stomp, Breaker.
Breaker? It's a remix of Brit and Braun, is it?
No, the move's called Britt Baker Face. But yeah, Britt Baker does that move. Multiple women do that move. Do you know what I mean? And Seth Rollins has got it for a finisher. And people are losing their shit because Mox did it as a finishing move on concrete. I mean, I'm not being funny. If it's going to be done anywhere, it's probably the right place.
Bass.
What was underneath it?
It was on the windshield of the car.
Was it? I thought it was on the floor.
I was on the cat on the bonnet, like he was on the bonnet, like with his head over the windshield.
Even better. What a place to do a foot stomp, curb stomp, whatever you want to call it. Put your face on the curb. You know what I mean? What a place to do it. But other than that, in a ring for a woman, you know, not even as a finishing move. Seth Rollins.
It's become funny, mate. It's become like football teams, man. It's like you can either watch WWE or AEW. You can't be a fan of wrestling. You got to pick a side. Like, it's madness. It's crazy.
No, it's not.
Both shows. It's simple.
Company, if all these companies weren't run by pricks, not all of them, some of them, like WWE, fuck you, then people wouldn't have to pick a side because they would watch whatever. It'd be like, well, yeah, fair enough. It's like when Vince was gone, there was no shitting on WWE from anybody.
Yeah.
People were happy. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, fuck you and you're picking a side's opinion. AEW all the way. Woo!
Well, I'm AEW all the way. Obviously, I'm going to Wembley, like, do you know what I mean? Didn't go Money in the Bank, did I?
I wanted to, though.
I would love to, mate, but it was a choice, and I picked the right choice. But anyway, that was Rampage. It was all right. And I had 8 WOEs for that main event.
6. My eye hurts. Behind my eye. Right there. Right there. Now we're going to move on to Collision.
Yeah, Collision. And we started off with the normal shtick with the Punk, Stacks, Cage, and Bill FTR hype for the matches. And then we moved on to the first match, which was a decent match for the AEW Tag Team titles. Banana Bill, Banana Cage versus FTR.
You mean Macho Man Randy Cage?
Machine. Thought he would look more like Anno of Legion of Doom.
Sorry, my bad. Not Macho Man. Ultimate Warrior.
Saw him. Yeah, it was a pretty decent match, even though it was pretty obvious who was going to win. Bill chokeslams Cash on Dax to counter the Shatter Machine. Then Gorilla presses Cash onto Dax on the outside. That was quite sick. Cash's mum slaps Bill after he sort of does a dance in her face.
Terrible spot.
Yeah.
Someone needed to tell her, look, you can smile a little bit, look, but not through the whole thing.
I know. She looked like she was getting a dance from like what are they called? A Chippendale. And then she like walked, like her husband walked in the back room and she just noticed him.
Just happy to be here, guys.
Anyway, German by Cash to get the hot tag. Assisted Bulldog off the top rope gets 2 for FTR. Double fall-away slam by Cage was double fall-away slam by Cage.
Fall away, slam. Fall away, not fold.
Yeah, I know, fall-away slam.
Oh, yeah, stop saying a fold away slam, you blob. Drives me
Choke slam and jackhammer by FTR. Cage sent on to the outside on FTR. Shatter Machine, FTR win. I went with Cash, man of the match.
I was going to say the same. Cash Wheeler, man of the match.
I had a book.
I totally agree, but one less.
4.
Close to 5. Not as near as 6. So.
And after the match, CM Punk comes out and announces his match for Wembley. No, he doesn't. Still not. Another people beat him to it. FTR call out the Young Bucks for Wembley Stadium. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything yet, though.
Why doesn't it?
It haven't been confirmed. Nothing. Nobody said.
Has.
When?
Before they started advertising it.
Have they?
Yeah.
I didn't even think the Bucks accepted.
Pretty sure they have. Why wouldn't they? They're for the AEW tag team titles.
Not that they wouldn't, but not that it's been advertised. Not that it's been shown that they've accepted. Like, not even on BTE.
Haven't they? Oh, okay. I
Not
thought
that
it was confirmed.
like, maybe it is, but I didn't see that. I'm completely oblivious.
Well, either way, sick match if it happens.
I don't think it's going to be a single tag match.
Well, the reason they said it for us because it would be the river match, wouldn't it?
It would be, but what would be even more incredible, providing that he can actually fly or come to the UK, would be a triple threat with the Hardys.
Yeah.
And that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. I'd pay some money for that. I already did.
You pay money to not even know what was happening already, bro. So
yeah, we all knew it was going to be something fantastic, don't we?
Yeah.
We all knew.
Have up Wembley for not having something big like, you know what I mean?
Mark Andrews versus Fuego. Main event. Pardon? Excuse me. Fuego wins the riot. Bring out John Cena.
Next up we had Starks and Punk Hype.
Starks. Ricky Starks. Doing good.
What's that?
He's doing good at the moment, Starks.
Oh, I mean, he's definitely a better heel, isn't he?
He's better at both, to be honest, mate. He I know everyone compares him, but he is The Rock. Let's be fair. You know, he's not trying to imitate The Rock, but he's got that charisma and that electricity. He's got it like The Rock has, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I just hope that his wit stays with him.
Yeah.
You know, because The Rock was very witty. He'd always come up with something new, something fresh all the time. Whereas, some people can get into that pattern of being a bit stale. I don't want that for Ricky Starks because he's very entertaining.
I just think it's too early for him still in his career to be a babyface. It's too early for people to get behind him. He's too good looking for a start. He's too good. And when you're like that, you need to win your props before you become people are allowed to want to cheer for you. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it always starts like that, doesn't it? It all starts babyface, and then it's like, oh well, none of you respected me when I was a babyface. Blah 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 blah. Now I'm a heel. Yeah, and then back to the babyface when he wins the title, like or whatever.
Yeah. But when the fans decide, basically, they start cheering him. They're supposed to be getting booed, basically.
Well, that happens a lot, though, mate. Jericho, is he a good guy, bad guy? Fans still cheer him.
It's completely different, though, isn't it? When, like I said, when you reach a certain part of your career, it doesn't really matter. The fans are like, you're a G now. And it's like bring up the Kevin Nash story all the time. Like, you're cheering me. You're like, oh, you're a fucking moron. Even more cheering, like, you know what I mean? It's like, if that's happening when you're in your young 30s or you're like whatever, then it's different then.
Yeah.
Like, but when you're a certified legend, like you're gonna get cheered no matter what you do. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, where was I?
There. You see? There.
Yeah, I'm getting there, man. Tony with juice and cardboard cut out of Jay, and then Jay comes out and punches his cardboard cut out. This in Metal League. Then the Ass Boys come out, say something. Don't know what it was. Very entertaining. Just the way they look like kids that are on prime or something.
Yeah. Ready,
very
like, waiting to be gunged, like, or gunge someone.
Yeah. Next up, we had Martinez versus Stack for the TBS title.
I thought this was going to be a squash match.
Did you?
Like, not before the match. I thought, oh, it's going to be a good match, like. But then as soon as the match started, I thought, fuck, this is just going to be a squash match. Like, that'll be sick. I wouldn't think that would be too bad, but it would, like, obviously diss Martinez's name a little bit, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A good name to squash, to push that over, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought, oh, fuck, here we go, like.
But it didn't happen that way. Nice running knee by Stat sends Martinez to the outside. Goes for a crossbody off the apron, but Martinez evades. That was a nice spot straight off the bat. Power slam gets 2 for Stat. That was beast. Spider suplex by Martinez. Beastie does that well every time. That's the German off the corner. Fucking sick, that is. Stalling fisherman suplex. Beast gets 2. Bridge roll up by Stat. Stat wins. I won with Martinez, man of the match.
That man of the match.
I had 3 moments.
Yep, totally agree.
After the match, Martinez attacks. Diamante comes out. It looks like she's going to make the save. No, it doesn't, because she's a heel. Helps Martinez attack Stat. Then Willow makes the save.
Sick. Love Willow.
Yeah.
Be good. Should be good. Making up a team there.
Yeah, they'd be a good team as well.
Yeah.
I think they suit each other. They seem, but like Stat's quite fun living with her old alien gimmick before that.
Yeah.
Seems quite like bubbly like Willow is. So I think they would make a good team.
And then bring Stat into the mix.
Next up, we had Tony with Tony. Both Tony's hired by Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Storm freaking out because she hasn't got the women's title.
Yeah. I'm not going to freak out, Tony.
Then we had one of the most misbooked matches of all time. Like, what was Tony Khan thinking when he booked this? Not on Dark. It's Pentagon versus Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
Next thing you know, mate, it'll be fucking Samoa Joe v someone like John Cruz, like. I mean, terrible.
Terry Man again. The long-awaited rematch.
Yeah, a bit stupid.
Heel clutch, Joe wins, Joe man of the match. But the biggest news is, after the match, Joe says he's got no match at Wembley. That's absolutely fucking disgusting. I agree, Joe. He says
Nobody's got a match at Wembley yet. Like, I agree, but nobody's got a match at Wembley yet. Like, do you know what I mean?
But he's the king of TV, brother.
Yeah, on ROH, brother.
Well, who is the TNT champion right now, anyway? Oh, yeah, Christian.
Christian Asaurus.
Did Juice Robinson then? That'll be Christian.
Asaurus. Christian Asaurus.
Yeah, well, what are you doing, bro? I'm sticking up to Samoa Joe. I thought you were a Samoa Joe fan.
I'm a Samoa Joe fan, and I'm not dissing Samoa Joe. It's just his whole, oh, yeah, you can go to a match. It's like, yeah, nobody's got a match, bro. Chill, you're fucking fiend.
If anyone deserves a match, it's Samoa Joe. Especially in the UK.
Yes.
Because we respect him over here.
And I'd be quite happy for him to have the shit kicked out of him. Oh, I meant CM Punk.
Don't worry.
No. Samoa Joe, kick the fuck out of CM Punk, please. Thank you.
That's the challenge, he says. A roll up, that's no way to end our rivalry. Oh, history is long.
Yeah. Should be a decent match if it happens.
Yeah, if it does happen, I'd be happy. If CM Punk's going to have to be there, that's the match I'd like to see him in, because Joe will kick the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Certainly know he's getting hit hard, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially if he wants to start playing politics a couple of days beforehand.
Yeah.
We all know Samoa Joe will go, yeah, that's no problem. Receipts in the mail. What? Receipts on the match?
Receipt.
Can't wait to see CM Punk try and jump off the top rope and look shit anyway, and Samoa Joe do it. Bolt off.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, like I said, happy about that, mate. If it does happen, that's the way I want to see CM Punk if I'm going to see him.
Yeah. Him beating the fucking shit out of him.
Ironically, it wasn't CM Punk that announced his match for Wembley.
Might not be a match yet, though.
I think it will be.
Might be a pussy.
Huh?
He might be a pussy.
Who's CM Punk?
Yeah.
It's going to happen, mate. He thinks he's over here, but now he's against Joe. I think it might be a different story.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that, we had Tony Schiavone with the Acclaimed. Billy is dead. Is he really? Do we believe that? No.
No, he's going to come back and become heel.
Yeah, he's joining the Bang 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 Club, isn't he?
Yes.
House of Black versus Darius, Action, and, as Bixby requested last week, Shotty Lee. Where's Shotty Lee? Where's Shotty Lee?
I was happy to see him back. Most definitely. Like, I mean, someone does. But what a pointless. Why? Like, I don't think he had that one hot tag, and that was about it.
Yeah.
You know. But even there, right? And I like Shotty Lee. I think he's a good wrestler. Like, he come back a couple of weeks ago. He was then gone for a little bit. He was in this match, and he had that massive hype spot in it. Like, he was the main eventer in that match.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's like don't get me wrong, Darius is not like up there. Who was the other person in the match?
Action.
Yeah, like he's like the highest one in there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's like still not to the point where like, yeah, let's get behind Shotty Lee in this match. Do you know, like, and I do like Shotty Lee.
It would have made sense if Dante was returning from injury or something like that.
Yeah, or even if Darius did, mate. He's had a bit more of a run lately. Do you know what I mean? Fans have got behind him. Maybe give him the push. And I know they did give him a little one, but not the main one like they give to Shotty Lee.
Yeah.
And not to say that Shotty Lee don't deserve those spots either. I just don't think that it was. I don't think that bit specifically should have been in that match. Do you know what I mean?
He's probably the greenest out of the three on the team. That's what you're saying.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
At the moment where he just haven't had his reps on TV and stuff like that. Which, I mean, getting people behind him because people are behind him. It's just it needs to be like, oh, Shotty Lee. Oh, fucking hell, he did this. It needs to be like, yeah, Shotty Lee's back. Like, I mean, sick.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, like, you know, like he was getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was getting a real good following. Like,
anyway, House of Black 6-man tag titles. The rule for this one is that Julia Hart is banned from ringside.
and that's because he's bunking you.
Darius bounces off Brody, coming off the top rope to try and do a crossbody. He just drops bodies off him.
Yeah.
Action slung into the barricades, then booted in the face by Black. That was sick. Nice little leg sweep by Black. Moonsault, double DDT by Shotty a la AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Hip toss punch combo by House of Black. Frog splash gets 10. There's coming. Big lariat by Brody. House of Black win. I went with Black. Alistair Black, that is. Man of the match. Not Alistair Black. What's his name? Malachi Black.
Malachi Black. I went with Shotty Lee. No, I never. No, I didn't because no. I went with Brody.
And I had a Booker.
Hey, Mama.
Yeah, it was a decent match, but again, it's weird. The 6-man tags, they brought him in and then they got rid of all the proper 6-mans.
I know. And now everything stuff is being thrown together.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I'm not too keen on it.
No, I said this was going to happen from the beginning, didn't I? I was like, it's all good now when they've got all these teams, but when they start breaking people up.
Yeah.
And what's happened?
Yeah, they'll recreate more, mate. It's like all belts don't need to be focused on all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing as well. You know?
No, I know that, but I would prefer to have at least, like, you need to have proper teams going for it, at least, even if you know they're not going to win it, not just go, right, you were from Dark, you were from Dark, you were from Dark. No.
No, I wasn't. I was from Elevation, sir. Sorry, Fuego. Yeah. The Butcher and the Blade need a third member. Let's not get
Yeah, that's something Butcher and Blade and Kip could have been when that would have been successful for me. Because at least they're still a team or a reasonable. Well,
Yeah.
no, because sense. That's what I mean.
Kip Sabian, no.
You don't rate him at all, do you?
No. His finishing move, is a Harry Potter. It's called something like the Dumbledore. Or something, or the Deathly Hallows. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Grow up, Kid Sabian.
Anyway, let's move on, bro.
You move on. You're the one with the words, mate.
Well, you've got the words. That's the alphabet.
I'm making them up.
Next up, we had Tony with Hobbs, interrupted by QT and Harley. Offers human links, gold, that is. And offers help for his next big match, which I don't know what it is. Because they haven't announced it yet. And Hobbs says, I'll take the gold. No thanks.
Yeah. I'm taking this.
Then we had Tony with Christian and his daughter, Luchasaurus. He sort of...
Luchasaurus? I didn't know they were related.
Fuck you.
Did you see
sure. Was it the same? I think it might have been Christian's kid that Lucha used on Dynamite. Not Lucha, Jungle Boy.
Yeah, put him on his lap.
Mm.
Yeah. They're... Oh, I was going to say, no. Go on. Crack on, man. Go on.
I was talking about Christian's daughter, Luchasaurus.
Oh, yeah. When she was stood in front of him and he like had his arm wrapped around her.
Mm.
Did you see him like kind of dig his finger in her rib? So go, right, it's your part, go. Have your belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just seen him like proper like dig his fingers in it. It's like, oh, poor little girl, like chummy. Yeah. Good little promo, like. especially the way he expelled her off. Like, I mean,
Go find your mum. Go find your mum. Security, don't know where. Get her out here.
yeah, shady.
A little bit of shady. Hi, my name is. Next up, we had Jay White versus Metalik. Ash Boys joined commentary. Couple clutch, suplex, switch trade. Jay wins. Jay man of the match.
Yeah.
2 more med boss.
1.
I do like switch trade, Jay White. I feel like he's lost momentum since he's come to AEW though.
I don't think so. I think he's putting people across. I think he's pulling people over at the moment.
Yeah, but he's come from being like the New Japan World Heavyweight Champion to like not.
That's because it's not New Japan.
I understand that, but like, do you mean when you're a former world champion from a company, then you go to another, there should be a decent push at least.
Yeah, but he's being focal, mate. Do you know what I mean? He's making waves.
Yeah,
Right, people over. I think his time will be there, mate. He's a good character. He's a very, very believable character.
Yeah.
So yeah, give it time, man. Give it time.
I prefer him over Adam Cole.
Yeah. Yeah, Jay White, even though they got a similar bodies, doesn't look like he's got a kid's body.
No, he looks like a wrestler.
Yeah, he looks like a wrestler. Jay White's not a baby.
Yeah, I like it was a decent match for the shortness of it, what it was. What's your thoughts on Metalik?
Yeah, he's alright.
Yeah. I think ever since he went to the E, he's gone downhill.
It's the same thing, isn't it? They've got all these individual luchas at the moment, but they're all very, very similar. It's like Vikingo is the one that stands out the most. And then the second one is, can't even remember who it is, but he does tight ropes.
The thing is, mate, when you've got Lucha Libre, it's always going to be the way it was like in WCW. It was awesome watching all Lucha Libre matches, mate. But the ones that stood out, Rey Mysterio, Juventud, Psychosis. Couldn't really remember any others. I'd have to think about them. Like,
yeah, there is individuality at the moment. Like Vikingo is very individual. Commander doing his tightrope stuff. Once you've seen it once, that's about it.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's Vikingo. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm Ray Phoenix and Penta.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't class them in that same thing as Vikingo, like because they're.
They can go for any title.
Yeah, they're tags, aren't they? Like,
now. Anyway, next up, we had JR joins commentary. Nice to see JR back.
Yeah, something normal. Again, good to hear.
Steamboat is the second special. Well, he's the special guest referee, but actually number 2.
He's a special enforcer.
Yeah, well, they advertised him as special guest referee all week.
They did. Yes, they did.
But I still liked it. I still thought it was cool. Just advertise it properly. There should be as least confusion when you're watching a TV program as possible. Yes. Especially wrestling.
Totally agree.
But it was main event. Oh, Big C's title. The plastic one he bought for his missus got him from Toys R Us.
The EW World Heavyweight Championship of the world.
It's the real, unreal World Heavyweight Championship.
Not CM Punks.
By CM Spunks. This is Ricky Starks. A good match considering CM Punk was in it.
Yeah.
Nice sound drags by Starks, doing him exactly the same as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat used to do. Doing a really well, good imitation, fair play. Sort of gives a nod over to Steamboat afterwards. And Hogan hits the leg drop. Hogan. CM Punk hits the Hogan leg drop.
Yeah.
Don't know whether he thinks that's going to get him cheered or whether he's antagonising the boos. Either way, it's probably the only move he can do decently now anyway.
Yeah, until he fucks his back up and splits his coccyx.
Hopefully it happens at Wembley.
So mean on this show, like, do you know what I mean? So rude. But only to the people that deserve it.
Steamboat pulls Punk off Stacks on the outside. The show is Incomparableness. Old School by Ricky Starks. Superplex by Ricky Starks. Plunk. Yeah, CM Plunk. I might call him CM Plunk. CM Plunk. CM Plunk Plonk overshoots the top rope crossbody completely. Almost dives right over Ricky Starks' head. Ricky Starks has to catch him midair and then freestyle it. Fair play to Ricky Starks for doing that, though. I would have just ducked.
Yeah, who was it that did it? I read someone in an interview the other day. It might have been EC3. He was like, look, if a guy's going to dive off the corner like at me, do you think I'm going to stand there? No, I'm going to move. And he's the guy that jumps out the ring, like he just smacks his head on the floor, like. And EC3's way of justifying it is like, well, look, if a guy's just going to jump off the corner, like, I'm not going to stand there and take it. I'm going to move out the way. That's what they need to do to CM Punk.
Yeah.
That's what he should have done.
Samoa Joe should just stand there with his fist, mate.
Yeah. You get Goldberg in there. He could probably do some damage.
Goldberg versus CM Punk. Let's sign Goldberg in. I'm happy with that. I'll take that at Wembley all day long.
No, not at Wembley, man. In a closed door match, like that's never broadcast. And the match is like nobody ever gets to see it, but it's that bad of a match, so they both lose their jobs.
I keep losing where I am because of this. Yeah, so Punk overshoots that fucking move big time.
Shit.
Big power bomb gets 2 for Starks. That was sick, fair play. He does well of like using his body, like, because he's not the biggest guy in the world. But that power bomb looked like Will Hobbs delivered it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fair play. I love it. I am really high on Ricky Starks. Fair play. Did I get high? Did I get high with Ricky Starks tonight? Da, 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 da. Round kick gets 2 for CM Punk. Alabama Slam BC by Ricky Starks gets 2. Stark takes out the regular ref. Then goes for a cheap pin, putting his foot on the ropes.
Yeah.
Ricky Steamboat's like blatantly there and he's like, not having that. It was a bit obvious, man. That was a bit shit for me. He did it right in front of him, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Punk hits the roller. Punk wins, unfortunately. But I went with Ricky Starks man of the match.
Yeah, Ricky Starks man of the match all day long, as he was the only guy in the match.
Apart from Ricky's driving Steamboat.
He won really in the match, or he was just on the outside and then he interfered at the end. Old codger. But Ricky Starks, he shouldn't have put his feet on the ropes, man. There was no need for it.
No.
Like, what would have been better is if he had gone for a genuine pin and there'd be nobody in there to do the pin.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and then Steamboat like kind of come in too late and Punk kick out. Then the finish go to what it was, and then Ricky Starks be pissed off then after.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it should have gone.
Exactly, I agree. Did I say how many moments I had?
10 moments.
I had a bucker, 5.
Me too.
After the match, Stark shoves Steamboat into Punk, then attacks Ricky Steamboat.
With the belt.
Punk eventually makes the save with a chair. But as he does, did you notice he almost stomps on Ricky Steamboat's head, tripped over the chair? Literally almost like there's a real movie we were talking about earlier.
Curb stomp.
Yeah. He almost really curb stomps him, like.
Nah, CM Punk couldn't have done that, man. He's a professional.
It's all that training he puts in, bro.
It's all that fucking training he puts in, bro.
Oh, mate, I can't wait till, like, I think it's going to happen, and I think Samoa Joe's going to, well, I want Samoa Joe to break in. If we see Samoa Joe in London, like, I'm going to give him a purple win. Yeah. Well, no, you give him a purple win. I can't bother right now.
I'm a purple.
Mate, if you manage to get Sandman to give you a beer and the signed photo for a $5, I'm sure you can get Samoa Joe to break
Yeah, that was in like a crowd of 40, like, do you know what I mean? Like, not 48,000 times two. I mean, Jesus, that was fucking hell. I know I can get noticed sometimes because I'm quite tall, like, but I doubt that, like,
I reckon you're going to be the tallest person in London, bro.
yeah, next to Banana Bill.
You'll in your seat. You'll be taller than Satanav.
Yeah. And I get some Inspector Gadget arms.
Yeah.
Go, Gadget.
Like collision.
Yeah.
Because that's all that happened. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Good show, good everything from AEW this week.
And to be
Rampage.
honest, don't think Collision's had a bad show yet, when you think about it.
No, I know. And I'm still knowing on Dynamite.
Only a few more weeks left, bro. Only a few more weeks left.
Yeah. We'll see. But yeah, what are we going to do now? We're going to talk about some rumors of wrestling.
Oh, yes. So, my first one, Pac is injured. They haven't released what it is yet, but he is out for a substantial amount of time, apparently.
It was he fought, I want to say Commander. Before Commander.
On Dynamite, but he was fighting with an injury in that match, which he sustained against Claudio, I believe.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise that. I thought I seen a spot in the match where he looked as though he took a dodgy fall.
I think he competed injured in that match.
Right. And then he's exacerbated it.
Whether he aggravated it, yeah, or not, I'm not completely sure.
Fuck, you're an ass, man. You were supposed to be in Wembley.
I know, gutted about that.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've already seen him before.
Not the point. You've seen Neville before.
Yeah, I know I have. So, still fucking sick, but whether he's Neville or a bastard.
Oh, he's better as a bastard, man.
When I seen him, he was in NXT, so he was proper, though. Because they didn't care about that, he wasn't on TV.
Bastard. Neville.
Next up, Becky Lynch takes a shot at Triple H. So,
Okay.
Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus were bumped off SummerSlam. The rumor originally was that Trish Stratus, she's definitely not fat. Trish Stratus's face was still injured. Apparently, then Triple H has done an interview recently saying, well, the superstars aren't happy about being bumped off, so you should make lemonade out of lemons. So Becky Lynch prepared fresh lemonade. When she came out, do commentary on Raw, shared it with the commentators. And then after the match, even then the whole Triple H. Spitting it out.
Okay.
Big.
Storyline.
Which I can because she's the top woman in the biz right now and she's married to like their top superstar too. So they're pretty fucked about her, isn't it?
Still whole storyline.
Could be.
It is.
EW break the record officially with the tickets to Wembley. As I stated, chuckled myself this morning as I was watching NXT and every single advert was all in.
Bang, bang. What is that? Sports is now called TNT Sports.
Yeah.
Who? TNT. TNT. Is that the same people that run AEW's place of broadcast?
Yeah, indeed.
Fuck Vince.
Not only that, what better place to advertise it than on the biggest wrestling programs channel?
Exactly.
It's not just on their show either. It's literally every advert that's on TNT Sports.
Yeah, of course. Would be.
But yeah, if you happen to, like I say, I'm pissing myself watching Raw, and every advert is Wembley, all in, Sting.
Vince is furious about it, bro.
I know it.
Nicer man.
Fox have refuted the renewal of WWE SmackDown contract.
Who?
Fox.
Okay.
In America.
Good.
Doesn't surprise me at all because they spent a fortune on it. They were never going to recuperate it. And as they do every time they do a draft, they go, what we'll do is we'll take all the best superstars from SmackDown and we'll give you one from Raw.
Yeah.
And then we'll build all the stars up on SmackDown, and as soon as they get good, we'll take it to Raw. That's what they do.
Now what we do now as well is we put them down to NXT.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. Either way, SmackDown equals fuckness.
No, I didn't write her name. I can't remember what her name is, and I've read loads of stuff about it. So I've gone off the top of my head on this one.
So
That's the one. Independent wrestler. Female attacks Dustin Rhodes for a starter.
Yeah.
And then basically AEW's women's division saying that a group of the women's division went in and complained about Britt Baker and they were all punished.
I never heard the Britt Baker part.
So there's been more. It was the Fender Rosa as well, wasn't it?
No, I didn't hear she did anything with any wrestlers, just that she was put in a trios match. And when they were going through the match, they weren't like being forthfront with what they wanted her to do. And then when she did what they actually agreed on her for her to do, I don't know exactly, but after the match end, Dustin was basically like, "Why the fuck didn't you do this and why didn't you do that?" And she was like, "Well, I was told not to." Like, but she got a bit of a bad rap, and then apparently Dustin had a pop at her, said something about, "Oh, so I guess all French Canadians are." Yeah. And that was it. And apparently QT gave her the promise of meeting Tony Khan or something to be a coach.
Okay.
But to me, right, what it sounds like to me is exactly what MJF rebutted and said, which is basically when you haven't made it in wrestling and you are a failed or looking to be a failed wrestler, all you can do is basically drag people down on your way down. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's all you can do. Like, and it's like she reeks of desperation.
Yeah.
I
feel like if you were anybody who's negative online, it doesn't reflect well on them no matter what.
Yeah.
Whether they're right or wrong, if you're negative about it, you're not gonna get anyone in good books. Like, do you know what I mean? You're not gonna get Tony Khan reading that and going, "Oh shit, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should hire her." Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, yeah. No, absolutely, mate. But like I said, for me, it sounds like she's like, even her look, like she doesn't look like I wouldn't see it in a show and be like, "Wow, she looked awesome." I mean, like, oh, I remember her. Like, she doesn't stand out. You know?
No, she looks like a typical indie wrestler.
Yeah, she looks like a sloppy, hasn't bothered putting any effort into her future. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And then when nobody else has seen that like effort, and they don't want to put the effort in, she's like, "Oh, I don't understand why no one else is putting the effort in." It's like, it's because you're not. Do you know what I mean? And going around slapping up certain things, whether or not they happened or not, there might be some truth in it. She's just come across like a spoiled cat.
Here's a perfect example. The most recent one I can think of, Cody Rhodes. Did he go out and moan and bitch about having to be Stardust and that? No, he said he didn't like it and that's why he left and that's the end of it. I'm not going to carry on dissing the company I used to work for. That's just simple as that. I didn't want to be Stardust. They wanted me to be Stardust. I'm done. Simple as that. Moved on. Now he's gone back for a fat contract, fat pay rise, and he's getting all the push in the will. Because he worked hard, he's done what he needs to do. And if he wants to go back now, or other wrestlers have, like Becky Lynch, she had frustrations for many years. Now she's the big star. She can turn around and go, "Well, yeah, 10 years ago, this pissed me off."
Yeah.
You can say it then because you've overcome it and you've been positive about it.
And you've lived the time of being in the limelight and having that follower behind you that gives you that right to have a say, like The Undertaker or a Stone Cold or a Rock. But Lufisto, it's like, I'm not being funny, right? Until this thing come up, I'd never heard of the woman.
No, I probably seen. She was probably one of them people I went, someone versus Shida on Dark.
It was a trios match. It was.
Yeah. Well, she only had one match.
Yeah, on Dark. Might have even been elevated. I can't remember.
That tells you even more then if she was only there once.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the whole ins and outs of it, but for me, like I said, she reeks of desperation.
Yeah,
You got any more?
I didn't get I thought I was going to get something big because I was on Dark. And nothing's really happened. All my step, like, as you know, like when people get a bit of fame, like the indies jump on it. Recently appeared on Dark. It only lasts so long, like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's been out now, and she's gone. Oh, I better go on the internet and say something because then people will be talking about me. They'll want to put me.
Yeah, I'll be relevant for the day.
Mm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Desperation.
Yeah. Just think she's going to be joining a Sexy Star on the no job list.
Yeah, alongside Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Next up, we had Booker T says he declined an invitation to be on the recent episode of Dark Side of the Ring due to it being open. He didn't want to be open for criticism, and he's not dissing the Dark Side of the Ring people, but things can be misconstrued. Perfect example being he was on the plane ride from hell.
Yeah.
He watched the episode of the plane ride from hell. He said a lot of the things that they said did happen, but a lot of the things they did say that happened on different plane rides as well.
Yeah.
Basically, what he's saying is the plane ride from hell did happen, but a lot of it was
embellished from other stories.
Yeah. People just basically saying shit to get on TV.
Yeah.
So I respect Booker T, mate. So I think that was cool. Dakota Kai says she didn't know she was meant to appear on SummerSlam until the morning of, when Bailey texted her.
Okay.
SummerSlam today. So apparently it was the last minute decision for Io Shirai to cash in her Money in the Bank at SummerSlam
Okay.
to win the title. Next up, Kairi Sane is returning to the WWE after she's finished in Japan.
Yeah,
No, she's got dates up until November.
I was told that I read that she'd finished the date.
I know I'm going from Dave Meltzer, so that's
Very
my
relaxed.
thoughts. That could mean the whole. But apparently she's done. I don't know why more will come out in 2024, because originally she wasn't released by WWE. She asked for a release because she wanted to be with her husband in Japan. But I don't know what's changed, because obviously if she goes back to WWE, she won't be able to live in Japan.
No.
I don't know what's changed there, but either way, Kairi Sane's sick. WWE did use her well. I'll give them that. So just a shame. I would have liked to see her in AEW, because obviously you've got a lot of Japanese women in there, like Shida and Kairi Sane. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Things like that. Rio. A lot of matches that probably have happened, but haven't happened on the international stage.
Yeah.
Next up, Ted DiBiase Jr. facing 45 years. What's that?
How many more bits of news have you got?
15?
Shut up.
Yeah, only about 4 or 5. No, not 4. Ted DiBiase Jr. facing 45 years in prison.
Ah, good on him. What about his dad?
Nothing. His dad's got away with it.
Scumbag. Letting his son go down for it.
He's screwed out charities, out of money laundering, you name it, he's done it basically.
Yeah.
Sonya Deville is injured, torn ACL.
Oh, good.
The women's WWE tag team titles are cursed because they've had to switch them a few times due to injury. One being Liv Morgan, who again, guess what? Liv Morgan's injured too.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey set to leave WWE. Rumors are that her match at SummerSlam was the last match, not confirmed, but that is the rumor. Rumor is she's probably going to go back to UFC.
I don't know about that.
What do you reckon, AEW?
I don't think she needs to do anything, really.
No, she doesn't. She's minted.
Yeah, I don't think she will, mate. I think she'll just pack it up. I think
I don't see why she would leave WWE to go back to UFC. I think when you're done with UFC, you're done. Like, you know what I mean?
why would you want to go back to having the shit kicked out of you? Like, potentially.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying that she would, but ultimately, like, you know, a couple of elbows here and there, like, do you know what I mean? Why mess up her pretty face, like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
She's done that, like. So, yeah, I don't think so.
Would you like to see her in AEW though?
Yes, it'd be alright for, again, short amount of time.
Yeah.
Like having Paige Van Zandt in there, like, it was like, oh, yeah, she did nothing.
Well, that's apparently she like didn't turn up to training and that, though, innit?
I don't know. It's probably because she was being called a Thunderbird online.
She was all up for it, like, and apparently she was like really, and I can't remember who it was Dustin or DDP. But she turned up for her first couple of training sessions. They were like, she could be a fucking player, like, you know, all of a sudden she just didn't turn up for training and that, and then she booked a fight without telling them and
Okay.
just ghosted them.
Yeah. Yeah, not keen on, like, short amount of period for Ronda. Yeah.
Yeah. Rona, they haven't said what. It's not going to affect TV storylines. He's not going to be off TV. He barely wrestles anyway. Roman Reigns suffers minor injury at SummerSlam. That's it.
It's the last bit of news.
That's the last bit of news.
Wow, save the best till last.
Well, actually, I was going to talk about the rumours of Wembley. Have you heard any rumours of matches?
No.
Okay, so have you heard about Jeff Jarrett nailing Grado with a guitar on a British radio?
But he also nailed some WWE backstage blogger as well.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the rumour
Grado thing might be a decent link because of obviously Impact's link from years ago.
Yeah, well, the rumour is it's going to be Grado versus Jeff Jarrett.
Right.
Kashka versus Omega, which obviously makes sense.
Does.
Ospreay versus Jericho, and the reason that is being rumored because of Don Callis' affiliation with Ospreay as well, due to the last pay-per-view where he gave him special protection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that as well. I was like, oh yeah, that's why that makes sense. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Because I've done the Ospreay versus Jericho versus Ospreay, and then obviously Jericho gets screwed over.
Yeah.
Shit, I've said Omega. The Young Bucks, obviously, FTR.
Yeah.
Punk, Joey said, Adam Cole, MJF. There's no rumours of other women, so they're thinking it's probably going to be Shida and Paige. But sorry, Saraya.
That's if she can wrestle.
Why can't she?
She's injured.
Yeah.
Undisclosed injury, which is probably her stomach problems.
I was going to say the ovary thing or whatever she's got.
I'm not exactly sure what it is, man. I don't think it's her ovaries. Her ovaries.
Or something.
I'm not sure.
Polycystic.
Polycystic ovaries. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's what it is. I don't want to say that's what it is because, like, nobody watches this and they'll go and spread no rumors.
Yeah. Shit, there was another one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Oh, that'll do. Fuck it. We're an hour and a half already.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's all we got.
Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, the other one was Sting, Darby Allin, and someone against Swerve, AR Fox and someone.
That could be decent. Oh, excuse my yawns. Yeah, we'll see. Let's just wait it out and see what happens on Dynamite now the next 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Leading up to it. It'll be 3 weeks actually, because we'll have a show on the Thursday before the show.
And Collision.
Yeah. So yeah, lots to watch. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you anybody who's helped us do this vlog. I've been Bigsy.
I've been the Phenomenal Dorsey. Together we make up
Yeah, what he said. I'll be in the greenhouse and merchandise memoirs and a couple of other things. There will be some more up soon. We'll be back next episode with episode 218. Even though I said 3 weeks ago that this was 218, it's not. Next one is 218. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace. Dorsey's got his Kenny Omega hat on. I'm glad he got it on. Catch you next week. Bye.